Papa Squat, coming at ya. Michael, you sent me some money to listen to Shine. Two songs by him, but we're going to do one tonight. Love Story Samples, produced by cloudbxy, I assume? Cat. No, you're not going up. CashVvs? CashVvs? Oh, because VVS, yeah, that was the thing too. And icedoutnami. It's crazy names. Let's give this a listen. I have no idea. This is from... When is it from? There's no date on the Genius page I have open over here, which is very odd. They usually have some kind of date on these pages. I guess I'll have to look that up. And I am very tired, so I'm sorry I'm yawning. And let's get into this. Love Story Samples from Shine. Thank you, Michael.
Bitch.
3 minutes and 1 second, this says. I will move the lyrics over. The thing I find so interesting about Shine's music, and I assume Shine is the same as Lil Shine, right? I think that was how it was first introduced to me, or he was first introduced to me, was as Lil Shine. And is the amount of distortion that he uses basically as music, and it's not just like a break with distortion. That's my cat. A break with distortion. It is part of the song. And I don't know if that's an attempt by him to create distance, or if it's an attempt, like distance from the song and the user, because that distortion really does kind of put you off a little bit, or if it's the way he's trying to represent kind of how he perceives the world, and that this sort of weird distortion always seems to kind of be in the way of him interacting fully with the world, or the world having an impact on him as much. And I don't know. I mean, that may be reading way too much into it, but it is such a distinctive thing, much like the Slay World creators have kind of a very dreamy quality to it, and that layered quality in a lot of their stuff that makes it so hard sometimes to connect with the music and to hear the lyrics. And we know from a couple of examples, such as Dear Mom, I think it was, that somebody like Summers is perfectly capable of rapping and performing in a way that the lyrics are completely understood. And I have to kind of look at Shine stuff and think about it in the same sort of way, that there is a little bit of a distance that gets created between us and the music because of all that distortion. And it's just super interesting. His voice is really cool. It's so unique because it has like a slightly, and I hope he never sees this and is insulted by it, but his voice sounds almost kid-like. And I can't explain why, it's obviously kind of a high voice, but it has that sort of edge of sounding a little bit like a kid's voice, and I don't dislike it because of that. I'm just saying it makes it that much more unique, and the guy clearly has a really cool sense of style when it comes to music, so I'm digging what this sounds like. I'm just really curious about what his intention is when he adds in all that distortion. And here we are, part 2 of the song. We've got another multi-chapter song, absolutely fantastic. So the first verse is about, I love you, I hope you love me too. If he fucks with you, I'm gonna end up on the news. Yeah, I want to play the game. If you want to play that game or play the game, I can play it too. Yeah, I love you. I hope you love me too. Blah blah blah. Yeah, kind of a love song, right? And that makes sense because this is love story samples, and this is somebody who obviously has a really maybe unhealthy jealousy towards his girl, who maybe is talking to some other guy, and if he continues to do that, this guy, who the writer, the character, I don't know, is gonna beat the crap out of him, kill him, who knows? Not healthy, but there you go. Okay, hold on. I gotta back up. She be given dome? Is that head? I assume it's head. I'm in love with lean, yeah. She in love with coke. I be smoking dope. She been given dome. Oh. Giving dome. Because he's talking about drugs, but then he says she's been giving dome instead of taking or in love with, which is what he says in the first line. Interesting. I backed up, so maybe we'll start this whole section over. Part 3. Sorry I did you like that, baby. You know my heart froze. Got a pint up in my back pocket, and I got that Glock on me. No, I got that pocket rocket. I keep making bands, baby girl. I can't stop it. Money to the addicted, bitch. I wake up in deposit. Bitch, I wake up in the. Okay, that's a good double entendre there. This money shit addicting bitch, I wake up and deposit, which I assume is wake up and deposit a bunch of money, but also say have sex and ejaculate and make a deposit, right? And then he says again, bitch, I wake up and deposit. It's pretty clever. I mean, it really is. It's pretty clever. Stop it. Money shit addicting bitch, I wake up and deposit. Bitch, I wake up and deposit. I got some picture in my wallet. So I assume, I think we've talked about this before, somebody else had mentioned seals. I just scored 10 seals, that's like 10 bottles of whatever. I hate to call it cough syrup because I don't think that's right. Lean, walk hard, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so that was parts 1, 2, and 3. Now here's part 4. And again, completely changes style, and we go into a new chapter of the song. Ice block, two bad bitches and they look like twins, yeah. I'ma keep scoring till all ends are mad. We can get rich, all we need is Percocet. I just popped a tent, now she wants some Percocet. Now she in my door, bitch, ain't he send a text. Yeah, I'm rich on music, I ain't even tryna flex. I ain't even tryna flex. If you wanna fuck with you, I'll pull up with that tag. Hey, we ain't sippin' red, yeah, I'm sippin' perp, cause I cannot find no tag. Huh, is it supposed to drop off like that? Because that seems weird. But I guess it does. I thought that was very cool. And I like the idea of 4 little love story, quote-unquote love story, snippets. Really a neat idea. It's certainly something that's been done in fiction and nonfiction for a long time, where you, or poetry even, where you just write little vignettes, and that's what that part of the book is about. In this case, that's what this part of the song is about. Really, really cool, interesting, creative stuff. I love that we're seeing more and more of this sort of thing in music. And all in what, a 3-minute song, I think I said this was? Yeah, 3 minutes and 1 second. And in fact, it's even shorter than that because it dropped out before. So cool. It's so cool. We're going to do another song by Shine. Yeah, and this says Lil Shine too. He needed to decide what his name is. And Michael, thanks again for this. Really liked it. Really love this sort of approach to music. It is so, so interesting. And I would love to hear from him why the distortion, because it kind of maintained throughout. I didn't actually pay attention to see if it actually maintained throughout, but I think it did to some extent. And it's just very cool. Great stuff. Pop Squat. Checking out. Please like, subscribe, share. I'll be back with more.